after submission of the part 1, I'm going to give you 5 minutes rest. And then I'm going to be uploading part 2 and part 2 like our assignments, right? The thing is that I'm going to give you a time and you need to answer the question. That's it. Take a picture, convert it into a Word file like you do in your assignments and send it to me. So in midterm, you need to submit 2 files, part 1 answer sheet and part 2 of the short questions and practical case studies like that. Everything is clear now?
Yeah, got it. So both files, we're not submitting them to Blackboard or anything.
No, on my WeChat or my email, not on the Blackboard.
Okay.
Because in sometime in some other parts of the world, the Blackboard is not working properly.
Yeah.
So this also creates an opportunity for cheating. So I need to minimize that opportunity.
All right.
Right?
Send it to WeChat.
What, Sufyan?
I said we need to send it in the WeChat, right?
Yeah, WeChat or my email. Some guys also sending me your assignments through email. So you can also send me the email. But I need to receive that email in time. It's not like that you send it and I receive the next day. But I would be telling you that I received or not. Okay, every question, every ambiguity is now clear regarding our midterm?
Crystal.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, now let's talk about our today's lecture, which is the firms in competitive markets. So what we have done up till now, we understand that the economic objective of a firm to increase the profit, right? And we do know that the sales, we cannot control that. Why? Because demand is determined by buyers. So buyers want to buy or not want to buy, that depends on demand. And demand is ability and willingness to buy. We can influence them, but if they don't have the ability or if they lack the willingness, then we cannot increase our sales. But definitely we can decrease our cost. We cannot eliminate our cost, but we can minimize our cost. So when you minimize our cost, so look at the formula for profit, that profit is equal to the revenue minus total cost. When you decrease the total cost, you're going to increase your profits. That is for sure. And now time comes in which you talk about the type of the market. Okay, we can minimize our cost, but in which market our business right now is operating, right? So let's talk about number 1, firms in competitive market. So the introduction is that, have you noticed if local gas station raised its price for gasoline by 20%, it would see a large drop in its sales. While if your local water company raised its price, it would see a small drop in sales. Or, because that's the bookish examples, in simple words, if you see that in a clothes business, or if a shop over there, garment shop, if you see that the person has raised its price for 20% on garments, you would see that a very small number of customers they are visiting. But if same 20% price is increased by your electricity company, the company who provides you guys the electricity, then you don't have any other choice. Plus, the electricity companies' sales are not that much decreased, right? So it means law of demand follows, yes, there is elasticity, yes, but it means these are 2 types of markets, right? So let's talk about this. So in order to understand our business, we are operating in which type of market, is very helpful so that you can see what will happen if I increase the price, or if my competitor increase the price, then what will happen to my profit? Right? I was expecting that I'm going to be having a very nice standard of living this year, but what happened this year proved to be the worst about your expectation, because you don't know about your market condition, which market you are operating in, right? So today we'll talk about the competitive market. So let's talk about this. So because there are many firms pumping gasoline and it is hard to find another water supply in your area. So can you reduce the consumption of water supply? Yes, but you cannot reduce greatly. So you can reduce water usage by buying water efficient shower heads or reduce watering your lawns, but you cannot reduce water consumption greatly. Similarly, do you have the option to go to the next gasoline station and refill? Yes, because this is only one gasoline station, it raises its price, not all others. So you can say that, okay, I'm not gonna fill my tank from this gasoline station, I'm gonna go next gasoline station. So this difference in the market structure shapes the pricing and production decision of the firms. So remember, in that case, our analysis is totally changed. So remember, so just recall your discussion regarding cost of production. We want to produce where? I am really sorry, it's keep happening. So where were we? Okay, yes. So in cost of production, where we want to produce the minimum of every total cost, because that is called efficient scale, so that we have a minimum cost, right? So when you know that which structure or which market structure we are in, then this analysis changed. How changed? And then you want to produce that quantity which maximize your profit and minimize your cost. Total cost gonna minimize. So your viewpoint is further added with one more line, that is, you want to maximize your profit, right? But by producing that quantity which minimize your total cost. That's it, right? We'll talk about it in details in our coming slides. So what is a competitive market? A competitive market has many buyers and sellers trading identical products. The tagline is the market is selling identical products, and there are many buyers and sellers, so that each buyer and seller is a price taker. What does it mean? So when they are selling identical product, which means there is no brand name over there, right? Everything is it's the same. For example, wheat, rice. There is no quality of rice, only rice. Then can anybody control the price? The buyers can say that, look, I want to buy 1 ton of wheat, for example, 200 yuan, right? The seller may say that, no, I don't want to sell you. You can go to the next seller. And when he goes to the next seller, he said, no, we cannot sell. Go to the next seller. And then the buyer said that, what if I increase my price? Because nobody is, we are not having any deal on this price of 200. What if the seller wants to force buyer to buy? If in the market everybody is selling the 1 ton of wheat at 200 yuan, and you go to the seller, he said, no, I want to sell you this wheat at 300 yuan. What will be your reaction? I can buy to the next shop. That's it, right? So when there are many sellers and many buyers, it means nobody controls the price. So price is going to be determined through market forces of demand and supply, in which everybody is ready to sell, and on consumer perspective, everybody is ready to buy. So market fixes its price itself. So if seller who is planning to sell its wheat at 300 yuan, so either he needs to decrease the price to stay in the market, or he will exit the market. That's it, right? So let's talk about this. Buyers and sellers must accept the price determined by market. Both are called price takers. So aim of this lecture is to understand how firms make production decisions in competitive market, right? So if both buyers and sellers, they cannot control the price, they cannot influence the price is fixed, then what will be our reaction as a producer? That I want to maximize my profit. Where I need to produce, how much I need to produce, I will produce that quantity which maximizes my profit. To hell with others. I don't care about others. I want to maximize my profit, because the cost, everybody has its own cost, right? The cost, for example, your business cost is different, the other business cost is different, right? So that's why every business analysis is different. And you just want to do that. I want to produce that quantity. If I sell in this competitive market, I would maximize my profit, right? So the perfectly competitive market has three characteristics. Number one, there are many buyers and many sellers, so that no one controls the price, so that each are called price taker. Number two, the good offered by various sellers are largely the same, which means identical product like rice, wheat, right? Grains, this kind of stuff, or sugarcane. So third one, which is very important, that is firms can freely enter or exit the market. If you cannot compete the price, you are ready to, nobody's forcing you to enter, or nobody's forcing you to exit. You are free to leave. That's it. Right? Any question regarding the characteristics? Okay, now the meaning of the competition. Guys, let me, yeah, here we go. So as a result of its characteristics, perfectly competitive markets has the following outcomes. Number one, the actions of any single buyer or seller in the market have a negligible impact on market price. Each buyer and seller takes the market price as given. It means both are price takers. So let's talk about how we can maximize our profit in this kind of market. So recall our discussion. The economic objective or goal of the firm is to maximize its profit. Pay close attention to this word economic objective. So formula is total revenue minus total cost. And how we can find out the total revenue is the same price into quantity.